Okay, chat, we're quick drafting. I'm over this set. Now it's just the rank. So we wanna go high on these blue cards that bots are passing. Like Lost Day seems to go late. This goes late. Also think I got the that card really late. Like the lessons are just not respected. Quench, I think it's gonna go late as well. But let's solve this thingy. Well, okay, this is not it. The lesson. This lesson might wheel. Flopsy doesn't wheel probably in a bot draft. I think bot something's value uncommon slightly higher. Yeah, Octoform wheels. That would be great. Octoform is one of the best best blue cards. Imagine this combo. No, but Submarine is too good. Quench wheels or that like if one of these two cards wheels and forms are actually really good, which I also don't think bots are taking high. Here I could try to wheel it, take that because I really like the river spirits, especially with forms. But in a normie draft, I would take that. But do we just want to actually early land? Huh? We could do that as well. No, but this card is really good because I'm really high on the fan, and it's often like a turn 4 play in the right deck. So I could take that. I could take that. I mean, are we gonna wheel these? Because I want like 3 in a deck. This is like would be blue white, splash green. Then okay, I like that. I'm a big fan of that card. Flyer. Depends how many lessons we get. This one is still better, right? Than that one. See, like bots are really not valuing lessons. That would be great, by the way, with both cards, this and that, and the fixing. So maybe I take it here just because we really need it. Although I do think they might go really late here as well, but these go late as well, so I don't know. I'm fine with if we get two. So I think this is just safer here. Take that guy. That lesson would maybe be okay. But I want to play like a one-off, not more. Also only one-off. Okay, I'm taking the lesson. That's a great card. I do like that as well, but I don't think this deck needs it. It's just more about the flyer's tempo. Land, awesome. Well, also form. This was the wheel. I'll just take a land here. Quench. Yeah, it's crazy. I think bot drafts in this format are extremely exploitable, dude. Look at this, the quality of this deck. Whatever. I think we're a white main. We didn't even need to take the lesson. It's funny. Flyer, one flyer, two flyers. Could just take a pacifism. I'm not sure if we're getting there with flyers, but the card is good. Well, this is a flyer, but this does need to be bigger. But that wheels, right? So we just take that. I mean, I would want the pacifism. I would really want the pacifism. Yeah. So I don't think we need a land. This we're gonna see too many, so it's just between these. Maybe just the land though. Yeah, but I'd rather just have one barrels. I want two barrels in this deck, but I might wheel, so have a lot of lessons already. I don't want too many pads. Like one pad is probably where I want to be. Two pads I would still play, so I'm taking the flyer here. Okay, this one is pretty important. I do like the lesson as well. That's great. But with two flyers and that. Okay. Man, enchantment would be insane now. So don't need that. Could play that or this one. I think a value like this is more of a proactive lesson. Or you can just throw it to grow stuff. Oh, nice. A lot of good thread, but okay. Not the best penguin deck yet. We don't get, like, fans are actually getting taken quite high with that wheels. I think we take that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flyers, 6 flyers. We do want one of these, or even more. It's whatever. Nice. So we can get rid of that. This works with the water bending. I think this card is just good. Okay, like bots again, and Badger last pick. Okay. Clap, clap. It's good to be alive. We're gonna wheel the other one, so I'm just taking the hawk with the enchantment. It's pretty good. Random lesson, maybe. I mean, we do need crucial amount of lessons to pump these. And I don't think I want another Yip Yip in this deck. I guess this card is not the worst with water bending, but it's just a bad, like, I don't know, it's just a bad card. That's a good lesson, actually. Because we're not that aggressive, and it's easy to get out aggroed sometimes if opponent curves out with normie creatures. Dude, this deck is crazy. I don't even think we need a land, because 2 of these. And that card is insane. I think this format is completely high variance. Like, you cannot get an at least I don't know how to get an edge in a normal one. So I hate it. Like, I'd rather not engage in a normal draft. That's why I just want to get to Mythic. I think it's easier to get an edge in Quick Draft. Look at what's happening. I showed 10 games earlier on stream, and 9 were to losses to a rare. So out of our 10 losses, like that is like last 10 losses, 9 were to a rare. And we won like the games where we had the rares. So it's like, it's just card quality. It's degenerate. That or a land. I don't think we even want too many tap lands with 2 barrels, but I do think consistency is quite important here. Nice. Well, that's not even that great. Should I ever take... It's not great that great in this deck, because... what are we... like, flying? Everything has flying. Maybe this is actually better. But I do only need 1 more, probably. Like, these get pumped, I guess. This shows I'm lacking creatures, if something. So neither are good picks, in my opinion. I like Quench a little bit more. Lets us go cheaper, but we're probably not even playing both. Like, either. This or that. Mill the lessons. Sauce okay-ish. I mean, that makes the flyers more consistent. Doesn't really matter. This card is fine. Wave could be good. I just don't think we need it, because it's a conditional card. I think it can be good in some decks, yeah. It's better if you're more hyper aggro. Our quality is just so high. Maybe this one, because it can get hit with those. I don't want too many 5 drops with 2 angs. Okay. I mean, this deck is great. We didn't get any fans, Satch. 16 lands with 2 cantrips here. Probably this goes... I'm not playing on words anti-time. Yeah, I mean, I might watch. I don't know. I'm usually never watching these events. We can watch together the draft portion on stream. I don't know what's the timing on those. Are we really playing this guy just to have more hits? Wait, you can hit the river spirit. That's crazy. Dude, it's just rares. We lost like like out of my 10 less losses, 9 were to a rare, and I think I don't know how many wins we won with rares. It goes both ways. It's just good cards. There's no deck building. There's just good cards. Like, even if you build decks, yeah, you optimize it to fit the good cards in. It's crazy. It's crazy how bomby or mid-rangey or whatever you want to call it, like, it just doesn't have like, also you do better not building on synergy. That's another thing. I actually think you do better just putting as many good cards in your deck as possible with respecting the curve. Synergy is usually lessons, which if you go out of the way will mean if you get medium lessons, it means you're doing too much derply stuff and not adding to the board. I think you just add to the board with good creatures, good removal. That's it. I actually think that adjustment was needed for me because I'm so used to drafting synergistic decks. It's actually better to not draft synergistic decks. It's crazy. Like, it's brute, which is, I guess, a skill to adapt. So at least that, but man, is it insane? Why did I keep that? We have the mana though, so we just need a land. We just need one land. See, draw 2 to get to a land. Well, we didn't. Fine. Did we mill a lesson at least? No. So if I get I would rather put it here if I get a land, but just spread it in this case. I don't know. Have bounce as well. Just give me a land. It's not that hard. I don't want to recast it. It's 2 mana still. We don't have the mana. 2 mana, 1/2. This card can be really good, but it can be also like the worst card in your deck. Bro. I don't care about these cards. I know it's gonna be a 2/3, but we have to recast it. I plan to get lands. Oh, they always play this as a 3 mana 3/3. What are people doing? Guess no other plays. I don't want to bounce a creature that actually is functional, which is kind of funny now. We just pass here. I can bounce something of mine, which is horrible. I cannot bounce. If opponent is playing 3/3s, I can play my 3/3s. Sure. Get a lesson in this can attack. Bro. So we need a card. Have then 5 mana next turn if we get 2 lands in a row. Also, we cannot cast this guy because we need planes. Also 10 turn clock, 11 turn clock. Stop touching my my mana fixing Oppo. Okay, that gives us a card that's not that bad. Bro, I cannot. Do I need to gamble here? I mean, only take 4. It's not even like if it's a land, then no, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Because if I get a land, I can crack this either way to deal with it. And if the next card is a land, like I expect a land this turn to play the 3/3, so otherwise it's better to do this either way. Okay, now we go that first. Because reasons, then we can crack that. Look at that. We put it in a deck for this reason. So it's another... Otherwise we would whiff if I had a spell in that spot. So that's just good deck building. Just good deck building there. That's the synergy in this set. Bro, see, I'm a happier person now playing quick drafts because my deck quality is 10 out of 10 instead of 7 out of 10. This is how this format should work. You should not play games out. You should just, there should be like an algorithm, calculate all the power of your cards, compare it to opponent's deck, and the better card quality wins. Yeah, the more orange cards you have, the more you win in this set. Oranges are better than gold in real life. Confirmed. You cannot eat gold. Go next, yeah. That would be really cool. Another game where we just need a land. But countering a 3-drop is better than countering a 2-drop. So the only reason to pass here would be if they have their own counter spell, but this is so much better if there's no counter spell. It's also more mana efficient. Gets us that. Next turn if we get a land, right? That gives us a double spell, but is that even good? And I'm not even sure how good that will be, because this is such a passive card, they don't need to attack with it. Also 2 mana to deal with that, do they have something like that? 2 mana plus 2, it's really hard to deal with that here. And then we have protection up and that. I'm gonna go here, so I pump both. And then I have that up. Even if they recast that, it's fine. I think most of the stuff we can protect against. But that's really makes the clock better. Even do that, but no, just use the counter. Just use the counter. It's lethal next turn. One short. I think every card in our hand is a C+ or higher card. That's also an A- card, I think. Yeah, A- card. C+. Wait, this card is a C+ card. Let's go. Quench. B- card. Oh, the flyers are actually not that high. I thought that they were higher. Maybe they are. No, they are. C+ still. I think in Seal you can open some better aggro decks than in Draft, probably. Which sometimes just leaves less room for opponents to to cast rares, but you're dependent on opening those cards. Like I can see a deck where you open like, I don't know, 6, 7 lessons and 3 Fire Nation cadets. Or just like mono flyers also. In blue-white. 6, 7. That meme would be way more effective if it actually meant anything. Oppo is ramping. Stop bombing on us. Stop bombing. 4 mana 4/4 still. Well, I mean, the bounce is at least really good here. But they get a land. What is that? That's just brute. That is brute. That's so insane. What the? Okay, Oppo. That's, I guess, the downside of playing a quick draft. You just have to mute your opponent. Well, a curve, it was a 4-drop into a 4-drop, but yeah. We didn't do much. Let me take 5 and get another land. So they keep on getting lands in the process. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. There's just nothing you can do versus that. I mean, we needed what, 2 back-to-back removals on turn 4 and 5, on turn 3 and 4 because they ramped. Quenches, yeah. We do have a lot of quenches in the deck, but you just need them at the right time every time. Plus, you usually tap out early turns still. Turn 3 is still too... I think it's correct to always play a card if you have a card to play on turn 3 rather than have quench up. Because quench technically counters them bigger stuff later. But this is a good example of this format. It's a lot like that. But at one point you get numb to that. You just accept it and move on. And I mean, I still rage about it, so I haven't really moved on. First of all, flexibility of a quench, but the real upside is when you counter something for 5 mana. Of the year, Bloom Borrow doesn't cut. Edge of Eternity is for sure. Edge of Eternity was so good. Tarkir is underrated. I think there was some trickiness to Tarkir that people didn't get. People think it's like a 2-color format or 2-archetype format, but it's really not. I was talking about that the other day. In Tarkir, you had 5-color, which could be dragon or good stuff, which are 2 different archetypes. You had Sultai counters, you had or green-black counters, you had obviously Boros, but Boros was also 2 archetype. It was tokens or double spell, and you drafted them differently, which is archetype building at its finest. Even though Boros was a little bit too oppressive and it was non-balanced, let's put it this way. But that out of the way, a lot of formats are non-balanced. I think we gotta counter something. And then it was also Izzet based controlly tempo decks is another. So you had actually like 7 really good archetypes in Tarkir. Boros being a little bit too oppressive is a problem, but yeah. Counter pumps both of flyers, so we probably have to counter. Either Drift was underrated. I agree, I liked it, but I think everything what Either Drift did, Edge of Eternities did better. It was pretty similar format, actually, but was more balanced. I don't know what made it similar. Just by feeling, I think it had... There were some similarities between Edge of Eternities and Either Drift. Maybe the speed of the format. Well, that would be a sick combo. Lands are good. Also, there is a trend where Universes Beyonds are simpler sets with way more bomb or card quality applications because I think they push them a little bit more. So people chase the rares and stuff in for constructed. That has been quite a pattern, I think. Because even if Final Fantasy was like... I think it was one of the better Universes Beyonds, but it was still a good stuff set at the end of the day for limited. So I know I'm thinking so hard here. We're gonna do a breakdown at the end of the month, tier list of sets for limited for this year, which we did last year as well. And for me, Edge of Eternity takes the cake. I'll let them cook. Bro. I could do that, but it's just... what if we don't get a land? That's so bad. Cannot risk it. We're too far ahead. And even like next turn a land is still a double spell. This card has been as terrible as it looks. As it reads. I mean, it doesn't even read that terrible, but it's really, really terrible. Like, even in a sag deck, it's a bad card. There's also too many bounces and exile spells in the format. Have lead till next turn. This could have been a 2-mana 2-2. That it would be nothing wrong with it. And then it would be a really good card because of reasons. Sure. The more you tax your mana, the more chances you have to win next turn. Okay, is this quick draft getting us to diamond? Okay, chat, 5 seconds to think. What's your favorite set of this year? 5 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3 Final Fantasy. 1 Avatar. Either Drift. EOE. 2 EOEs. 3 EOEs. Bloombar doesn't count because it's last year. How can you guys watch me? I'm shitting on your set the whole day. You should be watching somebody more positive. You like salt. You like salty streamers. Nobody else is on, so you get the budget option. 6 sets plus cube. Okay. Yeah, Duskmourn was last year. Also not the biggest fan of Duskmourn, but compared to the universes beyond, I'm still taking Duskmourn, honestly. I actually don't hate passing here, because if we get a 4-drop, otherwise we use that. And there's this also, if they have a counter spell, they completely wreck us. But they do have a counter spell. But they do. Oh, this hand sucks. We can play that game, Oppo. We can play that game. They're missing land drops, so our quench gets better. Yeah, what's with people liking salty streamers? I'm salty, Ham is salty. There's something to the salt in Magic community. I mean, Ham is winning a lot as well, yeah. I love Ham, but by the way, I love his sense of humor. I don't think his salt even comes up salty, at least for my taste. It's just like it feels like he's sarcastic all the time. Annoyed by chat. I need to watch Ham more. Are we cracking that? How many lava axes? Wait, is this a 2-3? I don't think we ever bomb. They could have the... I mean, we can counter the removal, but we want the mana up. For cracking the land at least. Oh yeah, I could have cracked the clue. I don't know what I did there. I didn't think. I should have cracked the clue, yeah. That was just bad. I was prepared to quench anything. That's why I quenched, I guess. But yeah. Too much autopiloting. It's kinda good on that. But I could bounce that, draw a card. Pretty safe. Still have a quench up. Just go aggro. And now they cannot 4 damage it, and if they have that one, we just quench it. No, they wouldn't draw, they wouldn't draw. Say no to bombs. Say no to bombs. Eight three three. I've been impressed by that card. It's sometimes high variance, but it often plays out well. Like sometimes you fall behind and then it's bad. But I think the upside is worth it because that's why it's performing so well as well. Because that's one way to deal with bombs that have ETBs and stuff. And if the set is already high variance, you don't mind like sometimes your counter being a dead card because you're usually losing these games either way. They need 2 more removal spells. 3 mana. Wait, who won now? Final Fantasy still won or Edge of Eternities for this year? I think overall, because there's more also casuals and stuff, Final Fantasy is still it's still considered the best set overall, I think. Not my cup of tea though. But compared to Spider-Man, Avatar, I think Final Fantasy was still good. Now I wish we had another Final Fantasy. I think there has to be a different standard for universes beyond because they never make them too competitive. There are always too many good cards, and then they feel a little bit more bomby. But pursuing synergies like sacks and stuff is just, I think, negative expected value. Because the payoffs are also so rare. They're often on rares or they are not worth it. Just play the good cards. And the gameplay is what it is. Oh, that sucks. So that would unlock that, but it's better next turn. This doesn't even... So we gotta counter this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Punished. Yeah, I don't know. This is horrible now. Welcome to Avatar. Well, this was a mana screw, but then again, their bomb is also pretty sick. Is our 2 Ang deck not gonna trophy? We can still get there. We lost 2 games to mana screws, so that's just magic sometimes. Need 4 Angs, yeah. Still need 5 mana. What do you do here? Because we can play 3 cards out. Never Mull. I mean, we're on the play. We get blue, we're good. In what, 3 draws? I don't know. We can do better is the thing. We can do better. We need that. Just stop CAC. 5 mana is pretty important for this deck though. I'm always annoyed by the 1 drop. This card is super good. When it leaves, so bouncing it is kinda bad. Well, that card is really hard to beat if they play it on 2. I never ever won versus that on 2. Like it's a crazy card. Because it's just naturally gets to 4. Like you just need to play creatures. That's all you need to do, which you're doing either way. It's worse obviously if you draw it later in the game. Then it's beatable, but it's so unbeatable on turn 2. So I don't think we're winning this, chat. Didn't play much. I mean, they still need some combo with it. This is somewhat of a combo, but it's relatively slow. Am I fine trading that? Probably. I guess then this attacks. No, but that cannot attack. Then you need to play this first. Then they see that we we have nothing. But it is a pretty good one to bounce though, so I could like not go for it. I'll just do that. We need to ditch something that's not aligned, which kind of makes it weird. So we need to draw an online. Otherwise I have to discard this, which will be a counter for a 4/4. I could not attack, yeah, but man, we lose steamrolliness. I think we still attack. I guess I can play a land out, because we're always ditching a card either way. Even though I'd rather get an island. But then then they won't block because we have that up. Yeah, now we gotta ditch that. Ooh. Okay, let's see if I... Yeah, okay. Because they wouldn't block if we have that up. That was the idea. But yeah, I'd rather have an island. But we just had to do that. I mean... Oh, they get this and counters. Bro, they really played like that around us. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, we don't even have blue mana up. But they know we have blue cards. So. Just ditch that. I have 2 removals. I mean, an island as well, but the issue gets that I want to grow stuff. Nowhere they are playing around the counters, but here they must be stream sniping, I swear. This is such a weird scenario, or they are overthinking extremely hard. They have 2, okay, that's why maybe, but even then, can counter that. This card is breaking the tie now, because anything they draw and this cries, I don't know, it's gonna be hard. I guess they're playing around it, I don't know. I guess that's it's weird. I mean, maybe they're playing around this, probably. And then a combination of both, so I guess it's justifiable. But it's always tilting when you're streaming and opponent makes that decision. I mean, I could destroy it, but then if they get a land, they play that thingy, and it's just bad. So I don't know what you do here. So we'll keep generating value. This card is just stupid on 2. It's good. Can start attacking. But that would be more efficient if they play a land into that. But they probably didn't put a land on top, have they? So let's say we just do this. Yeah, no, I don't even think they are sniping. It's just I was trying to find a reason why would they play around that like that. It could be that they are, but I mean, this is a good huge reason to not play it out, right? But I don't know, like, what's the end game here? Because now they just generate infinite value with either of the creatures. Do that. Yeah, just take it in the air and hope we get there. I don't know. It's gonna be really hard because tapping out is also pretty dangerous now. Three, four, five, six. I don't even think we can attack both now. But I'm gonna just crack that. We need to deal with the 4-4. Okay. That's a 2-turn clock, but could just make a 1-1 this turn. Better to use that. To yeah, but that one gains life. So don't have infinite. They still scry. Barrel it still gains life because they can crack the clue. Bro. Plus this is only one pump either way. Have to chomp. So leave barrel up here. Oh, I gotta do that now. Because otherwise they... Well, but it still goes on stack, right? Hidology, what's up, what's up? Yeah, this still goes on stack, that's bad. How was your stream? How are you doing? Oh my god. Disgusting. I mean, couldn't do anything about it, right? That was their last draw. No, we just lose. Draw and pray. What would I even get? No, but we need to deal with stuff. Like, I guess if I get protection here, we're almost dead on the backswing, so I'm thinking like we need to remove this either way. No, Airbender is just bad. I mean, bad. It's too slow. They outrace us. Still gotta deal with that though. But this game was just complicated because another rare came down. I swear they said freaking it's only that. It's only rares. I'm just grumpy because this format sucks so bad. So that's what you're gonna get. We counted the games, what mattered in last 10 games, and it was 9 about rares. And even our wins were about rares. It's crazy. Okay, that can maybe get us there. I have never played a more bomby format than that. But probably it's still too late. Nothing. I mean, there were bomby sets in the past, but I think synergy sometimes overcomes bombs, like Crimson Wall, for example. You felt salty losing to certain cards, but you still could beat stuff. Yeah, mass bomb beats us. In this format, there's not enough synergy, or there's almost no synergy. They did not want to win, but we still don't win. Well, we need a removal. They have a foot. We need a removal for that. I think we want to draw now, because any removal... That airbends that, but that means 6 life. So now the question is, what are our attacks? Wait, how do we know that's on top? Oh, because we scried it to the bottom at one point. I guess I can... But we mill ourselves out. It's 5 cards, right? Gonna have to attack, because if they don't get rid of that, they just get too much life. They might just take it and that's bad for us. Dude, this opponent hears me, I swear. Like every time I said something, they did exactly the right thing. And before they didn't want to go for the win when I didn't say anything. It's crazy. No, that's not always true. The format can be pretty aggro. Mostly because the stuff steamrolls, the good cards steamroll. Which makes it like you cannot often just like say I'm gonna play every rare because you need to really respect consistency. So it's like just open the rares on color is the worst. I mean, we were that last turn, right? So I don't know what's what I'm supposed to do. Don't have anything for one. We know what's in our deck. But the game was over here, even though it looks like we have a chance. Oh wait, we got to 1. Something good happened here in the process. I didn't even count, but we somehow got to 1. Yeah, they're that. I mean, the didn't matter there because the play was still the same, right? The plays were obvious. Like the game was not that complicated. I'm just ranting because that freaking rare changed the whole game so much. And this is the first time I beat it. I never beat that card. It's crazy if they play it early. Because all they need to do is play creatures, and eventually the value comes down, and the card is tempo efficient on the first place. There's no downside to it. Yeah, we made them swing on. That was like the Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, like when that episode when the opponent could read Yogi's mind. He just started like thinking the misplays and stuff and outplayed him like that. This was the this was the scenario. But it's too many cards in this format. I don't mind if those games happen here and there. It's just too many times. In this format, it's about cards, not about plays. I do realize that like Universes Beyond need to be simpler. That's normal. Like it has to be more core setish like. The cards need to be simpler. Less synergy because more casuals are gonna enter, right? I mean, we cannot have a counter spell up here, but this is also a bad play, so... What do you do? Still a counter spell up. No double spell unless I get a land. I mean, it's still better to have a counter spell up than play a 1-2 that doesn't do anything. Also, they will think twice about attacking, probably. No, they won't. They could have a trick. Because now if we dealt with that, we just block that for free. So I want that for next turn. I guess I'm taking 3 again. This would block though. I mean, now they can play around the counter. But a 1-2 again. It's pretty bad. This card is often... Like, it's good, but it's also sometimes the worst card in your deck. Because you just cannot get that lesson efficiently in the yard, and 1-2 is just not doing much. Okay, that's a good sign. We're only taking 3. Come on, let me counter something, Oppo. Unlocks everything. Let's go. Because it unlocks this at bigger 2/2/3s or a 3/4. It's close. It's pretty similar. We can put all 3 here. So they stop scrying. Man, Captain has been excellent, by the way. Oh, fancy. Fancy. A 7-drop. A 7-drop out of nowhere. I'll pass, I don't know. I don't feel like blocking with that. Or yeah, they have this one, please. Actually, that one is pretty good. But now it's fine. I mean, they have to tap down. Yeah, they needed more rares. This is close to a rare, the glider staff. Close. To be fair, Rank is one of the most stupidest cards in the format. What does this give? What does that give? Vegito Lance. I'm just keeping that up. That's a card. Still gonna have to be the 7/7 flyer. So they're not even in that bad of a shape. And the pump. And the pump. They played a rare, yeah. They're in a good spot. Okay, that's good. This is interesting for later. This is interesting. COD has all activated and triggered ability. Oh, come on, bro. Funny is because nobody can argue with that how bomby this format is, because you just see it every game. It's just bomb into a bomb, and you don't have bombs, you lose. Like, it's basically, we're in this game because we have Ang. They're in this game because they have two busted rares back to back. Like, it's the first time that I'm complaining and everybody gives me, yeah, we agree with you. Also, now this doesn't deal with that. We're gonna mill out. That's fine. I mean, that equipment kind of stinks now. We gotta attack. I guess we actually attack with this as well, because we can. I'm fine with that. It's gonna pump the board. But it is a turn, and then they have a good attack still. I think it's just that. So I won't have time for this, and I want the counters. Wait, why are these 3/3s? Because they're allies. Oh my god, what a scam is that? Maybe we need to deal with that. So counter here would make for better blocks. But we need to deal with this. It stinks. Now it's safer. This is lethal next turn. But we have to engage into bad blocking. What a sequence of cards, huh? Oh, they get triggered ability though. Oh my god, did I mess that up? I messed that up. Oh my god, that's such a weird interaction. Ugh. It's static. Oh yeah, it's static, you're right. What? What? Like, you gotta be kidding me. What is going on? Bro! That's why you guys said earlier you'd rather watch this format than play it on your own. You sneaky bastards. I would rather watch this format than play it on my own. That's why we need that words watch party. Oh, but we win. Complain, complain, and win. But this still feels bad. Like, this feels bad. This feels bad. Feels good to win versus that, though. My emotions has gone too wild. It's not healthy. It is not healthy at all. The last Salt Bender, yeah. I'm pretty sure Salt overall in the limited community is higher. Or is it just me? Look at that. We also found a bug. No, it's a land. Why is it a land? Because of that? So, oh, because of this. The mythic uncommon. Yeah, look at that diamond. I think we still had it on board, right? Because, like, one blocker wasn't enough. But then I think we still survive a turn, but it gets ridiculous, right? Because they are doing stuff. So we might not survive. Depends what they get. They're drawing too many cards. Playing cards for cheap. So we're probably, yeah, we're in a bad spot if we pass the turn. I'll go you. This is a good hand. For now. Such. You're supposed to mill a lesson. That's the synergy that I went for. Example of bad synergy, or why synergy is bad. Not consistent. It is not consistent. But that is true, like synergy, like it's little impact at commons. You need the rares for the like sack decks or the whatever decks. I don't count draw 2 as synergy because you want to play the draw cards either way. It's not like you're not gonna play your whatever cards. You're always gonna play the 1/3 that draws, makes a clue. You're always gonna play the bird that makes a clue. We're cooking now though. That bird. This bird is excellent, by the way, because it's mana ramp for water bending. Play rare. Probably win. And all of them are not even that great. Like enchantment I found good. But it's not always that, like, it's tempo inefficient. So if you have two, it's insane. If you have one, it's not even that great. And if you want to make it really good, you have to play probably some cards that you wouldn't play otherwise. That's the issue. Well, that works with Ankh, but we don't really need to do much. I can do that. More flyers or more counters? It doesn't matter really. Probably flyer is better because we don't know what to pump and the clock doesn't change. Funny is, like, the people that have been here for the whole day, I'm complaining when I'm winning. Like, I find this degenerate gameplay. Like, when I'm when I'm drawing a rare and that's all I need to do to win. So I'm consistent both ends, not only when I'm losing. I'm consistent with complaining. Also, I'm just now kind of. It's just it is what it is. It's all entertainment now. It's all entertainment. Do we still have it? Because now it gets so we get a land, we get a pump, they get a block, they get a block. So we don't have it. But I guess the flyers can go in. Get one more count creature. So we need to go. I should have drawn first. So we need to go here. Also rares, by the way. By the way. I cannot go in with a token, right? Because they. Oh no, wait, I can. 3-5. No, if they just block the other two. They block the other two and they take 6. Which I don't think it's a winning play here. Maybe we get the removal. Oh wait, that's sick. Now they have to chump. What is Aang gonna do? He's gonna be in the yard. White at blue, maybe. Do have one mana. They have the trick. They have the plus trick. Four plus four is hard. I think that's what Avatar does to you. Like, this set does that to you. You just kinda, because you're so used to just playing cards and not thinking. We trophied, by the way. But this deck was insane. Also, by people that came in, I'm quick drafting because I don't think there's an edge to be gained in a normal draft anymore. Like, there's an edge to be gained of bots don't take those cards, and these are stupid. Like, they're insane cards. Yeah, two hangs. The deck is absolutely busted, but I don't think there's like a big skill edge you can gain in premier drafts. So we're just getting to mythic speed run.